Fancy seeing you here. It is another match preview on the best Sheffield United fan channel with me on. Welcome to the Sheffield United Way match preview as we look ahead to Derby County, the Rams at Pride Park on Saturday at 3 p.m. Can the Blades beat the Rams after a tough Tigers test? Ooh, alliteration.
Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
I don't want to talk about the whole game, so I won't. Chris Wilder has signed a new contract with United until 2028. A statement of intent from Stephen Rosen and 𝗲𝗿𝗶𝗹𝗹, the new owners of the American consortium 𝗍𝗫𝗲. It's an easy PR win early on, and I think a lot of Blades fans, of course, will go along with that. Not all, amazingly. I've seen some voices of discontent on social media, but they are the usual voices. I'm very happy, as any regular viewer of this channel knows, big fan of Chris Wilder and his backroom staff. For me, the big signing is Matt Prestridge. Now, John Joe Kenny not joining Sheffield United, apparently. Ipswich Town defender Harry Clarke in POW. In other news, United have signed some players. I saw an odd tweet saying Wilder has finally signed someone who isn't English. 𝗵𝗿𝗿𝗵𝗵𝗵, a Chilean, born in England. Tom Cannon, an Irishman, born in England. 𝗵𝗄𝗄 Chowdhury, a Bangladeshi, born in England. Fun fact, I wasn't born in England, but no one cares about that. This isn't about me. So instead, I'll talk about the upcoming trip to Pride Park and what lineup we might see. But before we get to Blades team news and the view from Derby County, which is a good one this week, let me thank our video sponsors, Panenka Bar and Grill. Panenka is a stunning premium bar set over 2 floors with 2 bars, separate restaurant space with luxury, unique VIP boxes for private hire. Panenka truly is Sheffield's ultimate social experience. Panenka is also the Sheffield United Way's designated pre- and post-match bar of choice. All the live matches are on. It's the perfect place to meet friends before making the short walk onto Bramall Lane for the big game. You'll find Panenka at the entrance to New Era Square. Tell them Sheffield United Way sent you. Or don't. That bit's really up to you. It might be quite awkward when you're ordering a drink. I get that. So Sheffield United Way sent me. What? The YouTube chat. I'll have a Peroni. Tom Davis, hopefully back for this. Or the Portsmouth game. Hamza Chowdhury, an option. Gus Harmer, still suspended. Tom Cannon, thoughts? Personally, I believe, and I've said this on another video, can't remember which one, I do too many, that we have the personnel to change our formation and go 4-1-3-2. I very rarely say things like this, and I very rarely give my opinion. My last 2 videos, I kind of felt like, So maybe something like this for the season remaining. So, a right back, Gilchrist, 𝗍𝗫, Clarke, or Hamza. Leicester City fans said, maybe even ironically, he was their best right back. So let's just say right back. But the rest of it, I'm going to be very solid on. So Anel, centre back. So apart from this next bit, I'm going to be very solid on this. That'll be Robinson or Gilchrist or new centre-back. Burrows, Sousa, O'Hare, Harmer, Ben Brereton Diaz, Cannon Campbell. I think that gets the best out of the personnel we have. Jesús 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, not going to be happy with this. Brooks can happily play in a 3 in the middle because he did. And we saw him do very, very well in the Premier League. Left side of the 3. It works for me. And you've got the option of Ben Brereton Diaz playing up front. So we see how, Campbell's probably going to be injured or not fit enough to play every game. So I feel like this gives us an opportunity to see more of our attacking flair players. But for a realistic Wilder lineup for this game, probably Michael Cooper, Gilchrist, Anel, Jack Robinson, Harrison Burrows, Sidney Peck with Chowdhury on off the bench just because he hasn't played that many games, Vinny Sousa, Callum O'Hare, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Ben Brereton Diaz, Tom Cannon. Disagree or like what you see? Let me know your thoughts. To run the rule over the opposition, where United have a wretched record, not winning at Pride Park, I believe this is right, since 2010. That just feels right. We have Jake Barker from Rams Talk.
Hi, this is Jake from Rams Talk podcast, and I'm here to give you a little bit of insight into Derby County ahead of this weekend's game. And how would I describe Derby in one word? Rubbish. We've lost 6 in a row, 4 wins in 25. All the stats make for pretty grim reading. We haven't won a game going behind all season. We seem very, very easy to beat. We've lost half our team to injury. So it's not a great time to be a Derby fan. It's not a great time to watch us, but it's probably a great time to play against us. So, yeah, you'll enjoy that, I'm sure. I mean, looking at Derby's squad currently, we've got so many players missing through injury. We've lost 4 players to muscular injuries alone over the last week or so, including Nat Phillips, who's obviously important at centre-back. Kane Wilson at right back again, done his hamstring. We've lost a lot of players and we're looking quite thin on the ground, which makes it quite hard to predict Derby's team. I've got a team up in front of me. We've got 𝗣𝗍𝗿𝗄𝗃, who obviously played very well against you guys in the last game, which obviously you won because every team beats us. Whether 𝗍𝗿𝗄𝗃 plays or not, I have no idea. He's heavily linked with a move to Brighton. Maybe when this was out, he's already gone. It seemed like he was saying his goodbyes at the weekend against Cardiff, again, which of course we lost. 𝗍𝗿𝗄𝗃 likes to play at centre back again, probably a little bit past it at this point, but he's doing the best job he can. Maybe Nat Phillips will be fit. Who knows? Maybe we'll have signed a new centre back. Who knows? It's quite difficult to do the Derby team, but what we do know is that 𝗍𝗏𝗏 will play up front for Derby, and he's looked very dangerous so far. He scored on his first start at the weekend against Cardiff. Really good header, great ball into the box by Yates, cannoned it into the top corner, and he looks a really dangerous player. So he's certainly one to look out for as well. Score prediction, well, if it carries on the trend, we'll lose about 4-0. But I really want to say that Derby will get a result. We seem to always get a result against Sheffield United at home. I don't know what it is. I just think back to that last season in the Championship where Tom Lawrence had probably the game of his life, and we ended up winning 2-1. So I'm going to really hope and pray that Derby can get a 1-1 draw. Salverson to get another goal because he's the only player who ever looks like scoring. And yeah, hopefully Derby can end the losing run because, I mean, 7 defeats would be our worst run since the Premier League season. We all know how that went. So, yeah, thank you very much for having me on. I wish I could give you a bit more insight into Derby's team, but we literally have no players. And the players that do play, we don't know where they go. So thank you for having me on, and best of luck after this game for the rest of the season.
Thank you, Jake. The referee for Derby County versus Sheffield United is Tom Neild from West Yorkshire. He's taken charge of 21 matches in all competitions this season, issuing 89 yellows. He's not given any reds. That seems ominous. He's only given 2 penalties, which is very low. He's refereed the Rams twice this season, 3 times in total. They beat Bristol City 3-0 at home back in August. They also drew 1-1 at home versus Hull this season. But this will be the first time ever that he's refereed a Sheffield United game. We now come to our player connections, brought to you by our friends 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃. 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃 is a virtual band with many members who support Sheffield United. So we'd like to support them. You can do so by going to 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃.com and check out their latest album. It's called Tall Tales of 10 Girls. We always pick 4 played for both, and my 4 for this one. David McGoldrick, former Blades and Derby striker 𝗍𝗏𝗏, of course, joined us after a trial. I went to that friendly against Inter Milan. Just incredible. Sheffield United versus Inter Milan. I never thought I'd say that. I had a, I think I can say it on this. I had a 5-a-side team at uni, which we had a play on Inter Milan, but it's not suitable. It's not. I can't say it. It involved my grandma. 2018 appearances, 136, 30 goals for the Blades, 12 assists. For Derby, joined them in 2022. 45 appearances, 25 goals, 7 assists. Another played for both, Ben Osborne, former Blade, current Derby player, and one of my favourites, Ben Osborne. I thought he was really good under 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 on the left wing. Signed for United in 2019, 134 appearances, 5 goals, 8 assists. Derby, the current Ram that he joined in 2024, 20 appearances, 1 assist. Oh, you knew it was coming. 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃, he is so cooler. Joined United in 2018, part of the academy. Joined the first team in 2022, 31 appearances, 3 goals. Derby on loan. Now, he didn't get rave reviews, but listen to these stats. 21 appearances, 5 goals in all competitions. That's not actually that bad. 2022 was on loan at Derby County. He also registered 1 assist. I think we can all agree every single Sheffield United fan loves this next player that I'm about to mention. Do you want to try and guess who it is? Yes, that's right. Phil Jagielka, or Jagielka, as it actually should be pronounced, but we kind of got stuck with the Jagielka, and it stuck. Former Blades and Derby defender, sometimes Blades goalkeeper, sometimes midfielder. When I first saw Phil, he was a midfielder, then he was a right back, then he was a centre back, then he was a goalkeeper. Blades, 2 spells, joining 2000 and then 2019 in total. 305 appearances, 22 goals. One of them, I can't speak, from Paul Walker. What was it that he actually said? Jagielka takes it down the chest, cracks it. Ah! My voice has gone. I don't care. Yeah, one clean sheet as well. So if we add to the stats. For Derby, joined them in 2021, 21 appearances. Who else can you think of? Let me know in the comments. And finally, we come to our score predictions, and here's a sharp intake of breath because I've got so many. If you would like your score prediction shared here and to receive a whole host of other benefits, as well as support us, head to patreon.com/SheffUnitedWay. I don't think we get the support we deserve for the amount of content we do, for the amount of time it takes, and the amount it costs us. Of course, you don't have to support us, but if you feel you're in a position to do so, it would actually be really, really helpful. We're coming up to a sort of crossroads of decision-making here, and it'd be great if you could help us continue. Patreon.com/SheffUnitedWay really helps us. So, Blades fans in our WhatsApp group chat, what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Jay says 2-0 Blades, as does Maury, as does Jack. Joseph thinks we'll score 7. Okay, I'd be happy with that, as long as, they don't score 8. Ray thinks 2-1 United. Alfie says 3-1. Sharon also says 3-1. Blades fan Richard goes one better with 3-0. So does John Harding. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching or listening if you receive me orally.